Welcome to Tanzania, a land of breathtaking beauty and untapped potential. A place where the soil is rich, the sun is generous, and the opportunities for agricultural success are endless.
Welcome to this video, where we will discuss the general topics in regard to doing business in Tanzania. We are going to visually discuss the most important things to know. 1. Registering a business. 2. Dealing with business construction permits. 3. Trading across borders. 4. Registering of properties. 5. Getting credit. 6. Protecting minority investors. 7. Enforcing contracts. 8. Resolving insolvency. 9. Rule of law. 10. Corruption. 11. Cultural acceptance of foreigners. Finally, recruiting talent. So stay as we dwell into these important topics. 1. Registering a business. Registering a business is very easy in Tanzania. You can do it by yourself, or you can seek for help from an agency like ours, Terrabrand, to assist you. Here is the process flow of registering a business, step by step. 2. Dealing with business construction permits. Dealing with construction for small projects is very easy and straightforward, however. For medium and large projects might take a bit longer. 3. Trading across borders. Trading across border from the Tanzanian side is very easy. However, depending on product being traded and country you're dealing with, you might encounter some hiccups. 4. Registering of properties. One of Tanzania's major challenge is the issue of property registration, and it has been done on purpose to reduce the chance of fraud. If you're not careful, you might find yourself still contesting a legally bought property in court. 5. Getting credit. Sadly, Tanzanian banks are very rigid when it comes to giving out loans to new businesses, and this is because Tanzania almost never bails out banks. So as a result, they are very cautious with whom they give loans to. 6. Protecting minority investors. Tanzania's law protects against any form of discrimination, and it is a major destination for a lot of medium-scale investors who are escaping either war, discrimination, etc. from countries like Syria, India, Yemen, Israel, African Americans. 7. Enforcing contracts. Tanzanian contracts are so rock solid, such that many business people are reluctant to enter into contracts, as the risk to the business is very high if things go south. Many businesses usually prefer certificate of understanding and other non-binding form of contracts. 8. Resolving insolvency. The only challenge with resolving insolvency in Tanzania is the amount of time it takes. 9. Rule of law. Rule of law in Tanzania is very high. Almost all criminals are caught and prosecuted. There are no organized crime groups out in the open, and it is very difficult for an organized crime group to survive in Tanzania. Corruption. As with all African countries, you have to understand there are things which are considered corruption in other countries, which are not in Tanzania, like tipping the police or government employees so that you get favorable treatment or they just leave you alone. Cultural acceptance of foreigners. Tanzanian is very friendly to foreigners, and many call it their second home because of how they get treated. Many members of marginalized groups from other countries find it hard to leave once they experience Tanzanian hospitality and love. And finally, 12. Recruiting talent. Recruiting talent is easy, but the issue is maintaining it, especially skilled labor. And this is because Tanzania has many opportunities. And if you have a toxic work environment, your talent can simply leave and start their own venture. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe.